I want to tell you how John helped get my daughter out of school for 3 years while pursuing the violin and chess. And they took her back in this neighbors turned us in. We had 40 against the weekend slam. Neighbors turned us in to get out of school. And she had to go back to school. We wanted to put her back a couple of weeks. Speaking of it all,
in fact, we each discover America from us now. We go on to...
All right. Let me tell you about 6,000 pigs on April 4, 1986 in Saint-Savin, Quebec. The shriek of the firestorm through heat-buckled tin, the squealings of hell and torment, and they saw me, the penned sows, dark hair aflame on hind legs, hooves and shorts to breasts, and I could only slam the burning plywood door behind me, ducking out through a blazing doorway like a circus beast through a hoop. I'm ruined, cried the farmer, tearing his hair outside amid the smoke of the corn crib, the stench of roast pork, and I hoped the fiery gases wouldn't burst the windows, but the maddened, leaping, biting pigs would suffocate in black soot, not broil in coals. They saw me, angel of their human god, blindly wrestling the leaky hose of the late arriving volunteer brigade. I concentrated on cooling the dead. No squealing now, only the shriek, the heat, coughing sprints through smoke and sparks, ready to dive into 6 feet of shit slurry until the wind shifted. Feathering the nozzle of sucking water. 6 hours on hose and shovels saved the woods. Slumping against the broken handle of a fire axe, I stared through the arch formed by sagging siding. Green and purple rainbows covered in the steam above porcine Madonna and child raised alive in iron stanchions.
No, we are talking about fiction. Imagine, like I said, imagine a dear friend who's now deceased. He used to claim, all this shit is all Leonardo da Vinci shit. He was an 8th Indian. And I said, this is the way your ancestors must have gone. You know, they filled up one teepee and teach shit, and then they'd go on to the next one. But, and then he did the same to my house, which created havoc with the Board of Health. It's really shit is something, isn't it?
You know, when you live where I do, and you take care of animals, you shovel a lot of shit. And you realize that there's a lot of worse things than shoveling a lot of shit. I mean, okay, you have to get up every morning, you have to shovel a certain amount of shit. Well, when you're working in a barn, you shovel a certain amount of shit for about an hour and you're done with it for a day. If you live somewhere else, you might be doing it metaphorically, but you're probably doing it all your life.
We call that shoveling shit against the tide.
Probably true. I wanted to talk, well, the hell with talking, let me just read the damn poem.
You know, my daughter came home from school one day and said,
All right. Give it a sign.
I said, your mother's Italian, your father's Irish, that makes you Roma.
Oh, God. Let's let the people on stage do it, please. Thank you.
All right. I don't mind a little fertilizer, like I was saying before. El Salvador, China, Nicaragua, Cuba, Iran, the Philippines. It's limited freedoms the generals allow, meaning slavery in larger confines. We kept the heifers chained all winter, after trailing them through woods and swamp all fall, when they balked at the barn. With spring spurting joy and life, with grass growing straight through the blacktop, the generals grow cocky. Freedom of speech, they proclaim, meaning freedom to praise and perhaps petition in small, quiet, respectful groups, usually cowed into silence. Emerging into brightness from the shadowy barn, the heifers found themselves corralled in snow fence, a makeshift concentration camp to teach them violence. Freedom surges like love, from the touch of a hand, a brave voice, floating laugh. Boy meets girl, steals tractor and rifles. Street dance becomes revolution. The heifers broke through the slats, dragged us on our lassos, kicked past electric fence, shot against walls, burned in ditches half alive, or maimed, raped, and shocked on genitals. They cry aloud but never surrender. I'm going to kill that spotted bitch, the farmer cries as the last heifer makes the woods. But first he'll try tranquilizers, because she's just had her first tube of semen. And bull semen costs about $100 a shot. Bewildered, the general's pace. We raised their standard of living, gave them limited freedoms. What do they want? The heifers gallop, out to choose their own bulls. Now, the cows are not actually mine. Actually, I wouldn't keep animals in confinement. But I happen to live on a farm where that's done. I'm married into the family. I've spent a lot of time observing the cows, as much time as I've spent observing the foxes and the coyotes. Here we have a barnyard debate after the first snow. People follow the herd like cows, the city socialist tells me, smug by the fire. They want security, someone to give them orders. Choices only confuse them. But this country anarchist has socks full of ice water, damp, muddy clothes, and 4 heifers left in the woods after a hard day's roundup. Even the milk cows, broken to barn and shackles, still sniff the wind, shift and move, less content with warmth and hay than resigned until spring brings freedom. And now, there's a fellow named Hal Daniel down in South Carolina, Hal Daniel III to be exact, who had the misfortune of being mistaken for me at a recent literary gathering down there. And they didn't throw eggs at him exactly, but they did everything but. Now, he's a good friend of mine, and he writes somewhat similar stuff, and he's also involved in environmental struggles, and we sort of look alike, but since Hal got the crap for me, I'm going to read one of Hal's poems, and I'll take the crap for Hal. All right? Suzuki Lullaby. Motorcycles, the whining Japanese type, spew mud and gravel across the fields and beer-canned roadsides. Wheelies, louder than 100 dental drills, startle my sleeping daughter. She jerks awake, crying, sobbing. Hormonal teenagers, soon to be splayed, ignore my pleas to kill themselves elsewhere. Where Algonquins once silently tiptoed for deer and rabbit, 150 decibels now blast the riverbank silence. Gray squirrel and raccoons become bipedal, run upright with paws over their ears, a new adaptation. Lulling notes of Scotland, my wife's flute music, fall like broken glass on deafened brains of acne. Bluebirds go underground. Woodpeckers commit suicide. Ducks swim in circles. Woodcocks fly straight. Oh God of nature, let the waves of my ears waltz once again to the lyrical piece of Pamlico River's music.